I've got a lovely floral card with a hydrangea on it that I want to show off. So we will introduce you to what we're using today. This is the beautiful hydrangea die. It comes in a set of 4. You've got a inner and outer piece, a leaf, and a sentiment here. We're going to be doing a bit of stamping with the clear stamp set called Textures by Lisa Horton. Now this may look like it's a rather grungy set, but you can get a really elegant look out of this too, because this will look just like marble. Okay, and I've done some matting and layering with the double pierce squares set B and the original double pierce squares. Okay, pop these to the side. So what I'm doing is starting with a piece of blue dust card, and I'll give you a quick measurement here. This is 5 3/4 inch square. And I'm going to use that stamp from the texture set. And it does look just like veins and whatnot, so it's really lovely. I'm going to bring in a little bit of peeled paint and Faded Jeans Distressed Oxide to stamp this with. So I'm going to start with the blue and just ink this up and go around the edge. I'm going to re-ink it. Just sort of twist it and turn it a little bit. There we go. So easy. And let's just sort of pop that like that. Do another one here, and we'll do one more blue one here. Okay, and we'll do one more right about there. It's a lovely stamp because it doesn't matter if you over stamp it or whatnot. You've got all those lines going every different direction. And tell you what, let me just give that a quick wipe. Take some of that blue off of there. There we go. And we'll just do a little bit of green just to add bits. And I'm not even going to ink that again. I'm just going to sort of bring that around maybe one more time. There we go. Just light colors in there. There. So you've got just a lovely piece of background paper. It's not enough to take away from the image, but it's just enough to add a lot of interest. So let me just get a heat tool, and I'm going to dry that. That should be good. Pop that to the side. And I want to add a bit of sparkle to this. I think the easiest way to do that is just to add a bit of spray glue to it. There we go, all 4 sides. Bring in a piece of copy paper. And our Frosted Sparkle Glitterbitz is absolutely beautiful for this. We're not really going to see the center of that, so I'm not going to waste the glitter on it. There we go. Take a bit of the excess off. Okay, and let's just tidy this back into the container. There we go. And pop the lid back on that. Okay, so you can see I've got a really lovely background coming through there. Isn't that pretty? So I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put that into place. I've cut one of the double pierce squares there. Get a little bit of edge there, okay? And just tape it into place. There we go. That should fit right inside of that. Lovely. Okay. go. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and put it onto my backing piece, which I'll give you a quick measure on as well. Overall size on this is 7 1/3 inches square. Okay, I've added a bit of mounting foam. Raise that up. There we go. Okay. And remember, I said the center of that, it's still a bit sticky, but it's going to be covered, so it's not really a problem. So I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to come back in, and I've got another little piece of the blue Dusk card, and I kind of want to show you about the hydrangea. So what we've done here is I've got an outer cutting piece that's got the leaf already on it. I'll pop that down, and then this inner piece, it's got all sorts of the hydrangea petals coming to life in it. So going to pop that right onto there, center it, get it all nice and straight, give it a quick cut. Okay. Peel that off. Oops. There we go. Oops, took my leaf off. But I want to show the head on this, so I will show what it looks like. Let's peel this back. Okay, so some of the pieces get cut out and some don't. But what happens is you've got all these little petals that can be raised up. So what I would recommend doing is adding a little bit of color. We'll bring in our picked raspberry and salty ocean. I'm going to give you sort of a bicolor hydrangea. I love these. These are one of my favorite flowers, and you can change the colors on them from pink to blue using like aluminum sulfate or aluminium sulfate, depending on where you're from. So I'm just going to try to add a little bit of both colors to it. So here's your salty ocean. Okay, just a tiny bit here and there. And here is the picked raspberry. So you've got a little bit of that sort of pinky color coming through too. Just everywhere. A little bit around here and there. As they sort of change colors, you've got that lovely thing coming through. And then what you want to do is either with a pair of scissors, a pokey tool, a stylus ball, whatever, you lift these little guys up from the back. Okay, so you've got that lovely detail coming through with all these tiny little flowers, and the heads of the hydrangeas are all just clusters of flowers like that. So I've got one I've done earlier, and I've lifted up all the little backing pieces. And then what I did was I cut another one in green, and I've used that as a base, and then I cut just another solid one to put down on top of the green, okay? So I'm going to put this into place over the top of it, but I don't want to use any sort of spray glue on this. If you do, all your little pieces will flatten back down. So what I'm going to do is just add Cosmic Shimmer glue on some of the backing in between the flowers here and around the edge. Just little dots of it. There we go. All the way around the edge, and some of them just on the flat parts that aren't popped up. That's looking pretty good. Okay, that should be enough to hold that into place. Line that directly up with the flower. Give it a second and use probably a pokey tool. Just pop it down. Oops, a little bit of pushing. And if you push some of these in, down a bit, you can just pop them back up with a pokey tool too. So you've got that sort of three-dimensional look to that hydrangea. It's just really pretty like that. There we go. I'm liking that. All right. So now I've done 2 of the double pierced squares, and I've just matted and layered them up. So what I'm going to do is add a bit of glue to that. Let's try this one here. Put that on the back and on the stem. I'm going to give it just a little bit of an offset, about like that, kind of at an angle. I like that. And I've left the leaf so I can be sort of 3D'd up. So you not got any glue on the back of that. And then I've gone ahead and cut the Have a Beautiful Day sentiment that comes with the set out of blue, and I'm going to add just the slightest bit of blue, salty blue around, and a tiny bit of pink just to sort of tie in those same colors from the flower. That looks nice, really soft, and we will put that into place. I think I'll add just a little bit more glue to that on some of the spots. It's a fairly delicate sentiment, but there's a couple little spots you can add some glue. Pop that into place right there. Okay, bring our base back over, and now because I've got that sticky part there, I've definitely got enough mounting foam in the center so that if it does touch that, it's not going to flatten down. And pop that right into the middle of your card. There we go. Oh, so pretty. I just love the way that stamp looks like marble when it's done like this. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. We have a YouTube channel full of videos, and all you have to do is like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks.